is. Fire it up, folks! We're back again, baby! Another night, second to last weight class rankings reveal show here with Cornell Kevin, our statistician for the Claw Professional Wrestling League draft happening in now 9 days live from Harrah's Casino in Atlantic City. You can find it here live on BEG Wrestling as well as several other platforms. It's also the host of the New Way Summer Nationals, folks. A lot of wrestlers going to be there. It's going to be a big old party. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be fired up. Shane Sparks is going to be there, Kevin. So it's going to be a big deal, and that's what this is all about. We're rankings reveal show for this draft. Now, you ask who's going to be making this draft. Well, we have a mock coming up on Sunday, but before then, not before then. After then, it's Caden Henschel, Giorgio Poulos, Billy Baldwin, and Scotty Sintas. The FFF League, check them out in their new logo. Anthony Robles and Angelo Ferrari, who are our general managers. They will be drafting in that order. And then back around, it's snake style. Everyone's doing fantasy drafts. And I apologize. Last night we were at a different time. Tyler Perry didn't get a chance to give us his rankings. So,
yeah, it's cool that he does that.
Tyler, I appreciate that. And maybe if I get a chance, I'll give yours here at the end of the show from last night. But Kevin, how you doing, man? We're here to talk about 170 pounds. I see you have your son there.
Yep. Didn't quite get him to bed in time, so he's with me.
Hey.
Tyler Perry's in the house. All right.
Larry Steele mentions, how about Ben? Ben Askren's looking good. That makes everyone happy, right? Ben Askren's looking stronger. He's making videos out there. Let's go, Ben. We're all rooting for you, man. So, but hey, we're here for the Claw 170-pound reveal. Kevin, are you ready for the reveal? Look at that. Look at Kevin's got the Ben Askren funky bobblehead going on there. How about that, dude?
Put it up, buddy.
Don't say we don't support. Don't say we don't support. All right, here it is, folks. Fired up 170 pounds. Coming in at number 1, we have Peyton Hall. Number 2, Jarrett Jacquez. Number 3, Brock Muller. Number 4, Kendall Coleman. Number 5, John Van Brill. Number 6, Peter Pappas. Number 7, Abner Romero. Number 8, Josh Demas. And coming in at number 9, Jay Navision. Kevin, tell us a little bit about these rankings.
Yeah, absolutely. So, right off the bat, Peyton Hall. You want to talk about a hit list? Wow. First of all, he's 3-time NCAA All-American. He took 3rd this past year. He was 32-2, only 2 losses all year long. One of them he avenged against Bear Claw. And 135 wins, the most wins in West Virginia school history. 17 NCAA wins. He was a 4-time state champ in high school, a 2-time national champ in high school, U23 World Team Trials 2nd. Hit list, Hunter Garvin 3 times, Cam Steed twice, Julian Ramirez twice, Antrell Taylor, Chris Minto, Bear Claw, Caleb Fish, Kennedy Monday, Patrick Kennedy, Tyler Lillard. I could go on and on. This guy's been an absolute rock in the West Virginia college wrestling team.
The program and the whole NCAA scene coming off of 3rd place this past season.
Yeah, just absolutely incredible run. And I know as a Cornell fan, I always hated to see him wrestle Julian because he always would beat him. Actually, I think he beat him 3 times in a row. So that wasn't a good time for me. But next up, we got one of our other wrestlers that really peaked after college. Not a bad college career at all. Actually, probably I'd say top 5 best guys ever to wrestle in college and not All-American. He's around a 12-16, but he's actually on the senior national team this year. That and Jarrett Jackies, and he's got wins over Vincenzo Joseph. And he is out of all the senior wrestlers he is the 3rd ranked wrestler out of all the senior wrestlers in his weight, which makes him on the national senior team. So that in itself is impressive. He got 4th when we saw him over at the Olympic trials last year, which was pretty wild. But yeah, he's definitely someone Kevin, that can.
You mentioned, you assume that people are peaking in college, but the reality is some of these athletes are peaking post-college. Jack was here is a perfect example of that. I mean, he might be at his best ever right now, which may explain why you have him ranked ahead of number 3 Brock Mahler there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at college careers, Brock Mahler has definitely a better college career than Jarrett, but Jarrett's done a lot more, freestyle and kind of what have you done for me lately kind of thing. You know what I mean? Where I mean, you make a senior national team. There's not many people that can say that. There's only 30 people a year that can say that.
Yeah.
So Brock Mahler, 3-time NCAA All-American, just like Peyton Hall. He's got 5th, 6th, and 8th, 5-time national qualifier, over 100 career wins. Thing about Brock Mahler is he does not lose often. He had kind of not a rough senior year, but he did an All-American his senior year, which is kind of surprising, being that he had All-American all 3 other years. But not for nothing, 157 was an absolute stacked weight class. So that's, kind of the reason why. Then we got Kendall Coleman, 4-time NCAA qualifier, 83 career wins. And I believe I saw Peyton Hall has actually beaten Kendall Coleman before. They wrestled a couple times in the in NCAAs. So that's something just to kind of look out for.
Purdue kid, yeah.
Kendall Coleman, I think, was UNC. Was it Duke?
Purdue, I thought. Maybe not.
Purdue. No, that was wait, I'm getting confused between Marcus Coleman and Kendall Coleman. Yeah, Kendall Coleman. Yeah,
unless my prior Google research.
Kendall Coleman. Let's see here. This is great radio or TV. Yeah, Purdue. You're right. Purdue. Mark. Okay.
Oh, Boilermaker over there. Yeah.
Kennedy. Boilermakers. They got a lot of guys in here like Missouri.
Yep. You know. Oh, I'm going to be talking about a Missouri matchup later on.
Good deal. Then up after that, we got John Van Brill, another guy that was really, really good. Didn't get on the podium, but 3-time national qualifier, round of 12 and a round of 16 guy. Peter Pappas. This guy, I know from being in New York State. He actually wrestled Yanni in the state finals a couple times in New York.
Wow.
Yanni obviously beat him, but this kid was destroying everyone in New York.
In New York.
Yeah. Yep. And then, he wrestled Yanni in the state final and lose, but he had a pretty decent college career, 66 wins, but he's just a tough kid, man. He's a scrapper. And then we got, I really like these, out of D1 guys, Abner Romero, NCAA Division II national champion. And he's a 2-time finalist, actually. So he's someone that he's wrestled a lot of D1 guys, believe it or not, and he's had a lot of success. And let's see here. Then we got, heading out the back, last 2, we got Josh Demas, who I know it says NCAA national qualifier, but he's actually a round of 12 guy and a 3-time NCAA qualifier from Ohio State. So it's a little bit, he's, again, another guy that's right on the edge of the podium there. And then we got Jay Nivison rounding up the top 9, who is an NCAA qualifier. So what are you thinking for matchups?
Well, Kevin, I'll get into matchups, but first thing I want to mention, I want to go to the number 7 seed, Abner Romero, because I've been talking about the wrestlers to me that are the most intriguing. And ironically enough, in almost every single weight class, it is not the biggest name. I've seen the biggest name in every weight class wrestle, time and time again. It's Abner Romero, the D2 national champion. That, to me, is the most intriguing wrestler in this weight class. I go to matchups, though. Okay, the number 1, he's in my number 2 and number 3 matchup, by the way. But my number 1, I want to see the Missouri matchup. You got the number 2 seed, Jacquez and Mahler there. And I believe Mahler followed him at 157 in Missouri the year after Jacquez graduated. So that would lead me to believe, these guys have wrestled a lot in practice. And they'll finally get a chance to resolve that on the mat in a claw-style format. So that, to me, is the number 1 most intriguing. I think number 2, I want to see Peyton Hall. I mean, Peyton Hall is at his peak, but how about him up against Romero, the D2 champ? Wouldn't that be something? Romero's got to get drafted. Also, keep that in mind, folks. also keep in mind this is a 170-pound weight class, so you might get your reserve drafted at this weight because you got a couple ahead. You know, some flexibility there. But finally, I think to me the number 3 intriguing matchup, I want to see Romero again, but maybe up against like Kendall Coleman, right? Coleman, a couple years removed from Purdue, and up against the D2 champ. That's intriguing to me. I'd like to see how that plays out. And, you know, this is time and time again, it comes up. Oftentimes, to me, the most intriguing matchups in these are sometimes these other divisions up against some of these well-known wrestlers that we've seen a lot of. Kevin, what are some of the matchups?
You know, I agree with you, man. If you're one of these D2 or the D3 guy we got, it's time to show, right? I mean, you know that they're thinking, you know, I can compete with these D1 guys. Well, now is the time to show it up, and you know what? I believe they can. Because, like I said, Claw has the best of the best from D2 and the D3, I think. You know, we got 7 national champs Claw has between the divisions, which is really impressive. You know what's interesting, too, is a guy like Kendall Coleman, you know, doesn't really move up that much in weight. You see some of these guys like Foca wrestling 199, and then Kendall Coleman just wrestling 170, and Brock Mahler was a 57. And even Jarrett was 74 kilograms, which is like 163 pounds. And, you know, so he's only wrestling about 7 pounds heavier than his competing weight.
Well, Kevin, that is something to take into consideration. Yeah, the weight variance, because these are different weight classes. And again, we've mentioned it before, wingspan, length, because there's additional factors. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, and so, yeah, you know what? I think Hall is I want to say the heavy favorite, man, but Jarrett, he's beaten Vincenzo Joseph. You know what I mean? I want to see 1 and 2. This is one of I really want to see 1 and 2 on this. More than anything, I think that Van Brill can sneak up there. And I'd be lying if I said I had a clue how Abner Romero was going to do, but I watched a few of his matches and I'm like, damn, this kid is good. He's really good. Yeah. He's got a great defense. He's explosive on the offensive side. A lot of clean shots. Good mat wrestler. I don't know. Romero against anybody above him, I'd like to see. For
Agree.
Sure.
And, you know, the Papa's name we mentioned up in New York, the state of New York, that's intriguing. He's going up against Yanni in the finals, you know. But, hey, look, Tyler Perry put his rankings in the chat. We always appreciate that. And take a look at them there. Larry Steele says solid weight. And Claus confirmed the Purdue. How about this? Let's read this live here. Larry Steele, I'm reading this live. If you have the 5 pick and you don't think Van Brill can get it done, Romero is definitely the wild card if you feel like this is worth a shot. See, that's what's interesting to me, Kevin. The strategy that's going to be involved in this draft. It's a snake style. Most people have done the fantasy. This is a wrestling snake style draft. And Kevin, before we wrap this up, folks, we're going to be back tomorrow 2 times. Okay? Right, Kevin?
Yeah,
11 Eastern tomorrow. We will be live to reveal the 270-pound weight class rankings, along with, during the same stream, we're going to reveal the pound for pound. Okay? And then, after that, tomorrow night, folks, fire up for tomorrow night. Hold on. Let me get the song going because this gets me pumped up. We're collaborating with another podcast, Cactus Wrestling, and we're going to be doing a mock draft. Okay, they got 3. They have 3 managers, general managers. BEG's bringing 3 general managers to the table. By the time tomorrow night, 6 Eastern or 7 Eastern is here, everyone's going to have their rankings in front of them. And so it's going to be I'm drafting a team, Kevin's drafting a team, Clint from Wrestle Madness, dude. Clint, a fan favorite, dude. He came on one time.
Clint.
We got to get him back on here, dude. Yeah, a lot of pressure on Clint. He's such a strong showing the first time. You know what I mean? He's a lot of pressure on him second time around. Plus, I told him I'm going to basically dominate you in this draft. Then Cactus has 3. So, folks, that's tomorrow night at 6. But before then, that's tomorrow night at 7 Eastern. Tomorrow at 11 Eastern is the final weight class, the heavyweight 275-pound weight class, along with the pound-for-pound rankings. Join us tomorrow twice. So, Kevin, What's your son think
Yeah.
about all this? Look at him,
What
little
do you
guy
think
over
about it? Good? He thinks it's good.
there.
He's got stuck in his teeth.
Hey.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, pound for pound is going to be wild tomorrow. Don't miss that. And I think we got Cactus. Those guys are hilarious. They're funny. They got like this dry sense of humor, just like Clint does. And very knowledgeable. And I'm really looking forward to the mock draft. I think it's great that we're collaborating with them, Zach, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it will be fun. Be fun to. I've actually never met those guys, so I'm looking forward to it. Zane, next topic. Okay, here's the funny. Claw is Claw on here busting my chops? Are you serious? Says, do I wash this shirt every night? No.
Where's my Claw shirt?
I only put it on for the show, and then I immediately take it off so it doesn't get dirty. That's what I do.
I need one, Zach.
That's the secret. But all right, folks, we're back twice tomorrow, so I don't want to wear you out. All right, but Kevin, thanks again. Always appreciate your rankings, and thank you for watching, like, and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 Eastern. See ya.
Don't miss it tomorrow.
Don't miss it.